சாமியார் ஃபீல். ஓகே, ஆக்சுவலி இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கூட வந்து யார் இருக்காங்கன்னா ஒரு சைக்கிக் இருக்காங்க ஆக்சுவலி நம்ம கூட.
Yup, we have a psychic in the house. Welcome to the show, brother. உங்க பேரை கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க, நீங்க என்ன செய்றீங்கன்னு கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க.
என் பேர் அரவிந்த்.
Okay.
I think this will be the Tamil that I'll be speaking for the rest of the show. Because after that there'll be a lot of English coming in.
No worries, no problem.
I'm actually a spiritual seeker, metaphysician, psychic, medicine person. There's many terms people call me. My name is Arvind and I just launched Shiva Samadhi this year as a paid service.
Oh, I see. Congrats bro.
As a paid service. Amma சொன்னாங்க better start charging people for your service. I've been doing this free for people from the time I was 15, 16 years old.
Oh, உங்களுக்கு
yeah, 15, 16. Now I'm 29. 29 வயசாகுது.
So 14, 15 years நீங்க இதை செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கீங்க.
பட் இப்போ இந்த ஒரு வருஷமா தான் வந்து நீங்க அதை சார்ஜ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கீங்க.
ஆமா.
ஓகே, இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங். ஓகே, மெட்டாஃபிசிக்ஸ் என்ன சொன்னீங்களா? என்ன பண்ணா
பெரிய பெரிய வார்த்தைலாம் வருது ப்ரோ.
அந்த ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் சீக்கர் அது மட்டும் தான் எங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சுச்சு.
Spiritual seeker, not a healer.
I'm a healer.
You're a healer? Okay.
I don't, in my practice, we don't go around telling people, oh, எனக்கு வந்து எல்லாமே தெரியும், I'm a know-it-all. So, you must have that humility where you are always seeking.
Okay. Humbleness, I would say.
ஆமா.
கரெக்டா சொன்னீங்க. Yes.
அதுதான் அந்த வார்த்தை. Humility-க்கு humbleness.
நீங்க அடக்கங்க, வேற ஒண்ணும் இல்ல.
அந்த பணிவு அடக்கம்
Okay.
எல்லாமே இருந்தா தான்
one thing I want to say here. நீங்க வந்து இந்த பாட்காஸ்ட்க்கு வரேன்னு சொன்னோனே ஆக்சுவலி என்ன क्वेश्चंस நிறைய இருக்கு ப்ரோ கேக்குறதுக்கு. because as a first time in the Singapore to me I don't know for the rest how.
Exactly.
No, same here.
It's the same for me. Psychic. I only seen it in Pokemon, bro. Psychic power Pokemon, you know. அது மட்டும் தான். You know, real life I didn't believe there was this kind of thing about psychic.
Yes. So actually நிறைய இருக்கு ப்ரோ கேக்குறதுக்கு.
என்ன மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க.
உங்கள மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க. ஆனா இதான் முத நான் உங்களை நம்ம கேள்விப்படுறோம் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சைக்கிக் இருக்காங்கன்னு.
என்னோட இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் எப்படி கண்டுபிடிச்சீங்க?
அது வந்து நான் ஆஃப் காஸ்ட்ல சொல்றேன் ப்ரோ எப்படி கண்டுபிடிச்சோம்.
I got one thing to pull back. நீங்க முதல்ல சொன்னீங்களா உங்கள மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க. But there is also this thing where they say நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க, சைக்கிக்னு நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க, but a lot of them don't openly come out and say that they are psychic in fear of people not believing them. அது வந்து இந்த மாதிரி கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா ப்ரோ?
அது உண்மை. நான் அப்படி தான் இருந்தேன்.
ஓ ஓகே.
ஆனால் மை கைட்ஸ் குருஸ் கடவுள் இருக்கார்ல சொன்னார் யூ ஹேவ் டு புட் யுவர் செல்ஃப் அவுட். ஏன்னா இப்போ சிங்கப்பூரில் வந்து த ஹீலிங் அண்ட் ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் வெல்னஸ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி இஸ் பூமிங், எஸ்பெஷலி ஆஃப்டர் கோவிட். கோவிட் டைம் எவ்ரிபடி கோயிங் டு டிப்ரெஷன், பீப்புள் ஸ்டார்டட் ஃபைண்டிங் other things to do. அந்த தேடல் இருக்குல்ல நம்ம உள்ளுக்கு அந்த தேடல். ஸோ அதை செய்யும்போது வந்து crystal sellers, tarot card readers, mediums, everybody are doing it.
Okay.
So I told myself and I was guided that since I come from an ancestry or lineage of this, so I should put myself out there also, so people will be able to see who they resonate with, who they don't resonate with, who they vibe with, who they don't vibe with.
So let's just take time back a bit, you know. You said about 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, I'm going to bring you back even further.
And you're going to say your ancestries.
Yeah.
Bodhi Dharman
So, இது வந்து
அந்த காலத்துல
இது வந்து was it a calling for you or was it a pass down? Your generation said that நீ இது நிச்சயமா நீ செய்யணும்.
Maybe I tell the story, then you all can interrupt me as I say.
சொல்லுங்கயா, அதான் கூப்பிட்டுருக்கோம்.
So இது வந்து ஒரு for people who believe in past life, it is a past life continuation.
Okay.
For people who don't believe in past life, just hear it and then enjoy the story lah. So the thing is my great grandmother, all of them were healers, medicine people. இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ஊரில் வந்து ஷாமன்னு சொல்கிறாங்களே, இல்லாட்டி இந்த மருத்துவர்கள்னு சொல்கிறாங்களே, அந்த பரம்பரையிலேருந்து வந்தவங்க. ஸோ மை great grandmother, her mother, that means my great grandmother,
ஐயோ,
she was from Nagapattinam.
Nagapattinam.
Yeah, so
Nagapattinam.
Nagapattinam is where the Anne Velangani temple is, Nagor Dargah is,
Yes.
Vaitisuran temple is.
Yes.
So it's a very powerful place, a
Yes.
spiritually very powerful place.
பக்கத்துல காரைக்கால் இருக்கு. என் wife வந்து காரைக்கால் bro.
Amma, shout out to Karikal Makkal.
Yeah, she was not born there, but her parents are from there, காரைக்கால்.
Okay.
So that's why I know நீங்க வந்து நாகப்பட்டினம் சொன்னோடனே வந்து எனக்கு அப்படியே கேட்ச் பிடிச்சிட்டேன்.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, நீங்க சொல்லுங்க.
no problem. And then they came to Singapore, and then my great grandmother was born in Singapore, so she was a British subject.
Oh.
So her birth cert now still a British subject.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then my great grandfather, he was from Kerala.
Ah.
So she as a healer, if now you go to Bukit Timah Hill, the car park இருக்குல்ல,
Yeah, yeah,
அந்த
yeah.
car park பக்கத்துல ஒரு condo இருக்குல்ல, அந்த condo அப்போ இல்ல. Everything was kampung. You know the Hindit road, Hindit walk.
Mm-hmm.
That was all Chinese, Indian, Malay kampung.
Okay.
So அங்க வந்து my great grandmother, she used the Mariamman temple, the Spadigar, the sculptures, to build 2 temples
In Singapore?
in Singapore.
Wow.
This was from 50s to early 80s.
I see.
And then in early 80s,
Break it down. Demolish it.
the government took away the land
Ah.
and then gave them
I
a
see.
HDB flat.
Okay.
So
okay,
my
okay.
grandmother, because you know, as a woman healer, right, you cannot do a lot of things so explicitly, so
Yeah.
openly.
Yes.
So everything was done closed doors.
Okay.
So after her generation was my grandmother's generation,
Okay.
and then my mother's generation. So these 2 generations all were ladies.
Okay.
So a lot of the ceremonies, spiritual practices, healing, whatever you call it, was being done just the necessary work within the house. And then அப்பப்ப வந்து ஆளுங்க ask for help means then they will help. So the help can range from a whole range of things. You all can ask me later on.
Yeah, sure.
Then I arrived in 1994.
Okay.
Yeah.
மாப்பிள்ளை
ஆமா.
நல்லா இறங்கிட்டாரு.
ஆமா. So August when I arrived in 1994.
Arrived 1994 நீங்க பிறந்தீங்க.
ஆமா.
Okay.
ஆமா. அப்புறம் வந்து எப்படி நான் plane இருக்கு தானே So in 1994 I arrived on the earth lah.
Okay.
I landed on earth. And then what happened is when I was 1 year old, 2 years old,
Okay.
I still remember before the 1 year old, 2 year old part, when I was already in my mom's womb, I could see things outside that was happening. I could feel what my mom was feeling. I could hear what my mom was talking.
Bro, wait, sorry, very sorry. So you remember those times?
Yes.
Like now it's like in picture memory to you.
Now if I close my eyes, I can see the time I was in my mom's womb.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so
இதை நான் எதிர்பார்க்கல bro. I wasn't expecting.
no worries
Yes,
because I like நீங்க வந்து உங்க அம்மாவோட womb-ல இருக்கும்போது சில சமயம் உங்களோட அம்மாக்கு வந்து அந்த வேதனை இருக்கும், இல்லாட்டி அந்த சந்தோஷம் இருக்கும். So all that emotions you can feel. The first musical instrument I heard in this life was my mother's heartbeat.
Oh.
அது எல்லாருக்கும் அதுதான் ப்ரோ. ஆனா அவங்க யாருமே உணரல, நீங்க இப்போ உணர வச்சிட்டீங்க.
Yeah.
வருது ப்ரோ இல்லையே.
கண்ணீர்னு சொல்லுங்க.
கண்ணீர் வருது ப்ரோ. That was something very.
Yeah, so I can remember that. So when I was 1-2 years old, I started recalling who I was in all my past lives. Slowly it started coming back. Then when I was 2-3 years old, that period, I started seeing things.
Seeing things now.
Good entities, bad entities.
The unseen world.
The unseen world, yes. I started being able to communicate with them.
எந்த வயசுல?
3-4 years old.
Weren't you paranoid?
I think the word would be fear.
Okay,
I'm
Yes.
paranoid.
So the thing is, with that consciousness of a few million year old soul, with a 3-year-old, 4-year-old body, the consciousness can take it, but the body will not be able to take that intensity, that energy. So a lot of times they had to do their own healing for me, or they had to bring me to other healers.
They as in
My
your
grandparents, my
okay.
mother, my aunties. And thankfully, the house, my grandma's neighbor was a Muslim lady.
Okay.
So she has done a lot of miraculous healing for me also.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of connections started coming to me from the time I was young. So they realized that I was special.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of us are special, but in that sense, at that point of time, I was special. So my grandmother started training me with the ceremonies and things that we do. And then I realized I started being able to work with nature, like fire, air, water.
Bro, that means you can airbender.
Not to that serious.
No, you still start to work with nature,
not to that serious extent, but in it's more of like you are able to speak to nature. Like if you look at trees, you can speak to trees. If you look at flowers, you can speak to flowers. You can talk to animals.
அவங்க திரும்ப பேசுவாங்களா bro?
ஆமா.
Okay.
Yeah.
Animal whisperer.
I would say, okay, now that I'm telling you all this, right, it's not like a 24/7 thing.
Okay,
It is because I later on when you ask me,
Yeah.
if you ask me like how is it coming or do other people can do it, I will say yes.
Inspiration, I'd say. Can I use the word inspiration?
Yes.
That you get it at certain point of time, you know, you get the inspiration, and when you unleash it, you get a response.
It's just that sometimes when you talk to human being, they also don't answer back, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
they don't answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just want to touch aside when you arrived on Earth.
Yeah.
Do you have any other siblings with you?
I was the eldest child, then 4 years later I had a younger sister.
So did she experience what you went through?
She definitely, because she's part of the lineage, she has her own set of spiritual abilities.
Okay.
But I would say maybe because I was the firstborn, majority of the responsibility landed on me. On one side, the family was very happy because finally a boy.
Yeah.
And then I was like having a lot of the abilities being shown so clearly. The second thing was because it's Singapore, you know, the whole finish uni, BTO, marry,
yes,
that thing.
yes.
So my mom was worried that I would not be able to do that also.
Okay.
But now it's more coming to terms. Because my mom's generation, my grandmother's generation, they were all very focused with practical living, but the necessary things, they still did it in the background. But for me now, I'm like fully into it, on the path.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So bro, இப்போ வந்து psychic-na வந்து let me just explain psychic-na now from my understanding. One of the ability a psychic has is you can, sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. You can read minds.
Okay, reading minds is called a mentalist.
Mentalist.
Yes.
Actually, அந்த ஷோ பார்த்துட்டு தான் அந்த கேள்வி நான் கேட்குறேன்
Oh,
உங்ககிட்ட.
Patrick Jane, that show.
Patrick Jane, I'm a big fan of the show. The full season, 5 or 6 seasons, நான் ஒரு 4-5 வாட்டி பார்த்துட்டேன்.
Yeah, I also watch fully.
Yeah. So I was really hoping you would know the show. So because it's also, he called himself a psychic in that show.
He acted as a psychic.
So he acted as
but
a psychic.
But in actual fact, he's a mentalist.
Yeah. So what they show in the, he will actually observe your behavior.
Yeah.
And he will try to, say things about you and this kind of things. But அந்த உண்மையான psychic வந்து they can actually speak to the another side of the world.
Correct.
Is that true?
So for psychics, right, whenever you talk about psychic abilities, the thing that will come up is the 4 C's.
4 C's.
Yeah, like girls want the car, condo, all these things, right?
Okay.
For psychics, we have 4 C's.
Okay.
So the first one is clairvoyance. It's all big words, but just try to keep up. If not, later we can look at the dictionary together.
Sorry, bro. சொல்லுங்க bro.
Simplify பண்ணி சொல்லிருங்க bro.
Yeah. So first one is clairvoyance. So clairvoyance means you can see the unseen, things that people cannot see, dimensions that people cannot see, you can see. The second one is clairaudience.
Clairvoyance and clairaudience.
Yeah. So clairaudience means you can hear things people cannot hear. So it can be entities, it can be nature, it can be angels.
Okay.
It can be anything that people cannot hear. And then you have claircognizance.
Bro.
So
yeah, I know the word of cognizant. If you read a lot of Sufism, you can actually that word is very common. Cognizant is something that realizing God's presence.
Yes.
Fucking power. Okay, sorry,
no problem.
While you waiting to press that, right?
So claircognizance is in the sense that if let's say you walk into a room, it can happen to any one of us also, even if you're not trained or anything like that. If you walk into the room, suddenly you receive information about somebody's life in your mind. So let's say I walk into the room, I look at this person, I'll say, oh, this person's grandfather is not feeling well.
Okay.
So you know.
Just now you got that feeling, bro.
Before I came here, someone's grandfather kept coming up, but
இங்கயா?
like I don't know.
In his mind.
In my mind.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My grandfather is still around.
Okay, but I don't know. Someone's grandfather just kept coming up lah.
Okay.
அதாவது நம்ம இந்த கூட்டத்துல
Yeah.
ஆனா இங்க யாரும் வரல தானே bro?
No, nothing. No one is here.
எனக்கு அதுதான் பக்கு
If you want me to bring, I can.
இல்ல பரவாயில்ல bro.
Okay.
So
நாங்கலாம் அடிக்கடி இங்க வரோம்.
கொண்டு வர போறாங்களா?
அது அப்பமா நம்ம கேமரா ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டு செய்வோம்.
Okay. So another thing is after claircognizance is actually clairsentience.
Okay.
Which means that you can feel the feelings of people, the emotions of people. And then there are people called empaths also. So empaths are also people who can feel things. And then under the psychic thing, there's also mediumship. So mediumship basically means you are using yourself as a channel, as a portal, as a medium, so that the unseen world can speak to people.
Doctor Strange bro.
அது வந்து that is considered under energy manipulation and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I keep one more lah for you.
That is like interdimensional travel
correct,
and jumping timelines and things like that. That's also possible.
Oh, really? You
Because this is 3D dimension, but there are 12 dimensions, and then above 12 dimensions there are 13, 14, 15 dimensions.
என்ன ப்ரோ சொல்றீங்க?
I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to you all this, but there's so many topics emerging.
Exactly.
So you all like don't know what to ask, where to move.
எங்க போறோம் நமக்கு தெரியல bro. அது அப்படி ஜம்ப் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்குது.
Bro, இப்போ உங்களுக்குலாம்.
Okay, bro, we just pull it back a bit. So you told us how you started and stuff. What was your first is there a first like mission that is given to you to test? Like you had gurus, you had mentors, right?
Correct.
So do they give you a test?
The first,
or they just decide that okay, you are from this lineage, you will automatically have this.
Okay, so my grandmother trained me all the way until she passed away in 2020. But when I was a teenager, like 13, 14 years old, I started meeting mentors and gurus just, I wouldn't say it's coincidence, but it's just by divine planning, divine timing.
Okay.
So for example, one incident was my mother went to Thailand for a work trip. Then she was with a colleague on the street. A monk from the monastery called her and said, "You follow me to the monastery."
Okay.
So my mom and the colleague followed him to the monastery. He brought him into the monastery. He brought them into the monastery. He opened this old box. He opened the old box. He passed her 2 amulets. He said, "Bring it back home and give it to your son."
Oi. How the monk know she got son?
இல்ல நான் இப்ப அமுக்க மாட்டேன். Okay.
So after that, I wore the amulet for 12 years. And then a lot of my work is, I meet mentors for a short period of time. Or I don't meet them often, but I just sit down with myself, with whatever they teach me, and then the knowledge just starts downloading into me.
This is a bond thing, bro.
Yeah.
So, I'm starting to realize that it is the bond thing. That
It's part of the soul DNA.
Yeah. So when you are going through this at a very early age, how did you actually cope with seeing the unworld and mixing with your friends during secondary school? Like, how was your studies? Was it being affected by whatever that you were experiencing internally?
I actually didn't have any interest to study.
Bro.
Yeah.
But you still went through like primary school, secondary school?
Until uni.
Okay.
My mom pushed me lah.
Okay.
And thankfully, good thing is, I would say 99% of the time I won't study. But the exam time I know what will come out.
Yeah. So நான் இப்ப அதெல்லாம் கேட்க வந்தேன்.
Bro!
So it's very simple. Like, let's say it's a science exam, I'll just open the book to random pages, and then I'll just read the random pages, and then I'll go to the exam hall, and then
bro, I'll just pull through lah. How was your marks, bro?
Don't tell me full marks, bro.
No. Secondary school, I was a triple science, double math student.
Allah.
What is that?
Triple science, bro. Bio, chemistry, physics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and double maths. And then after
triple
that,
5 தான் தெரியும் எனக்கு.
அது வந்து சிகரெட். அது அந்த காலத்துல என் தாத்தா குடிச்சது.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay. Sorry.
I have a diploma from Nanyang Poly,
Okay.
biomedical lab tech.
Hey, I was from biomedical science.
Wah,
In
இப்போ
Yan-
போட்டே ஆகணும்ல
But I was
Really?
But I was from Republic Poly.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in
okay,
Republic
okay,
Poly.
okay.
Yes, correct.
Which was what? Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to
அவரு
reveal.
கொஞ்சம்
Okay,
வயசான
never
bro.
mind.
Yes, okay, it's okay.
Never mind.
நம்மளா 20s அவங்க வேற.
Okay.
Day. Mood.
இந்த சவுண்ட் லைஃபா கேட்க போறியா? Fadil?
So after that, I did a degree in diagnostic radiography.
ஐயோ, இது சம்பந்தமே இல்லையா bro?
It's still medicine, it's still healing, man. I mean, diagnostic radiography is not in the radio illa.
Oh, okay.
And the
okay.
X-ray, MRI,
Okay, cool. Oh, that means throughout your whole life, there was
Bro,
some kind of
bro,
linkage.
அந்த பரீட்சைக்கு படிக்காமலே அவருக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருச்சு டெஸ்ட்
Yeah,
அதெல்லாம்
yeah.
சொல்லு அது சொல்லுங்க ப்ரோ என்ன
Yeah,
ப்ரோ
so it just happens like that.
Until degree also.
Yeah. But it's not like distinction or what. It's just like maybe
நீங்க purposely
75,
give 1-2 question
80%.
you put wrong answer
No,
lah.
I never put wrong answer. Usually I never study that topic. So I just anyhow whack the question.
So sorry bro, can you, I don't know if you're able to say this. What was your GPA
I can say.
when you graduated?
I graduated with second class honors.
Okay.
My GPA I think was 3.9 out of 5 or something like that.
Oh, no.
My mother wanted 4.8, but I gave her 3.9.
Ayyo. 3.9.
3.9 is a good GPA, right?
It's very good.
It's very good. Wow, awesome.
It's out of 4 actually.
Out of 4.
No, the degree is out of 5.
Out of 5.
Yeah, yeah.
இல்ல
Okay,
அதுலயே
okay.
3.9 அப்பனா
But for me, it's very good.
பயங்கரம் தான் ப்ரோ நீங்க.
Bro, did any of your friends like know you had this power?
I
and
will
then, like,
help my friends when...
நான் நினைச்சேன் நடக்கும்னு இது.
ஆனா அப்போ
For
நீங்க
exams,
charge பண்ணல.
Yeah,
For
I
exams,
never charge.
I mean for exams you
Because
help
me,
your friend.
I have another 2 friends. One is a Malay guy, one is a Chinese guy.
Okay.
We always will just hang out and don't study, don't attend lectures. So if I know the knowledge, I should help people also.
உள்ளாமா bro. Yeah, why now only I get to know you, bro? Why like
caring is sharing is caring.
Yeah.
caring is sharing is what bro.
You won't believe it. 3 of us did a final year thesis project. We have to write. We have to do research for 2 years, and then we have to write a 5,000 word paper.
Yeah.
So all of us got A for it.
And y'all didn't do any research.
We did research lah.
I mean you all just need to act like you all doing the research, right?
Yeah.
But you all know already.
Correct. Yeah.
என்ன bro சர்வ சாதாரணமா correct சொல்லுங்க.
Bro, my life would have changed tremendously.
Our life.
If I had known you a decade ago. நானும் உட்காந்துருப்பேன் கோபி கடலாம் கூட. என்ன படிப்பு தேவையில்லை நான் கொடுக்குறேன்.
Okay bro, I think இப்போ வந்து I want to ask you one thing lah.
Can.
இப்போ ஒரு ஆள் வந்து உங்ககிட்ட வராங்க. இந்த மாதிரி வந்து அவங்க வீட்டில் வந்து பிரச்சனை இருக்கு.
Okay.
They have some disturbance lah. Some annoyance lah. Some சரி பரவாயில்ல.
Wait,
Kangu.
This is in the seen world or unseen world, bro?
Scene world.
Seen world.
Like
Scene
at
world.
night can hear marble.
Can hear plates falling down from the sink.
Yes.
That one is unseen, right, bro? Is seen world is your own.
But it's the
family
unseen doing
giving
the
you.
scene work.
The unseen doing the scene.
நீங்க வந்து கிச்சனுக்குள்ள போய் உங்க அம்மா வந்து உங்க மூஞ்சில தட்டு வீசுனாங்கன்னா அது சீன்.
Okay.
நீங்க கிச்சனுக்குள்ள போய் கிச்சன் எம்டியா இருந்து தட்டு உங்க மூஞ்சில வந்துச்சுன்னா அது அன்சீன் சீனா சேருது.
சீனா ஐயோ அந்த பாட்டு இல்லையே போட்டிருப்பேன். நீங்களும் பேசுறீங்க நான் முழிக்கிறேன். SIN அந்த சீனை பேசுறாங்களா இல்ல SCENE அந்த சீனை பேசுறாங்களா? ஆனா கடைசியில புரிஞ்சிருச்சு. ஓகே ப்ரோ இந்த மாதிரி வரப்போத நீங்க பார்த்து மிரண்டு போன ஒரு கேஸ் அதை பத்தி கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்களேன் ப்ரோ.
Okay, so whenever people ask me this question, I'll tell them of this case.
Okay.
That I did in 2019.
Okay.
So 2019, I was still with my Sufi mentors.
Sufi mentor?
Yeah.